What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about actually a couple things. I had no intention of making a video today, but I woke up and had all these burning ideas, so I feel like maybe somebody, you watching this, must need this. So we're making this today. But before I get into that, I just want to say, if you haven't seen the first video in this series, because this is a financial video today, please check it out. It is concerning the money mindset, and it talks about the type of mindset you have to obtain wealth, to maintain wealth, and to enjoy that wealth once you get it. So without that, you can get it, you can lose it, end up worse off than you were before, and I don't want that to happen to you. So please check that out first and then come back here. So what are we talking about today? Today we're going to be talking about whether you should put your house in your child's name. I almost messed that up, but whether you should put your house in your child's name. And just to cut to the chase, the answer to that is a resounding no. You don't want to do that. That is not a good idea, and let me tell you why. So the big reason you don't want to put your house in your child's name is due to taxes, because it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep, right, after taxes. So taxes is a big thing. Now, most people think that, oh, I would just put my house in my child's name, so when I die, you know, they get it very easily. And while you may avoid probate, which is something that happens when a person passes away and they don't have a will or a trust, and the state comes through and they, you know, basically manage everything. And if you live in a state that has estate taxes, they will say, oh, all this stuff is worth this, and the estate owes the government this amount of money, and if it's not enough in the bank accounts, we're going to sell some stuff to get that money, and then whatever's left, they give it to the heirs. And if you live in the wonderful state of Maryland, you also have inheritance tax, and then you got to pay taxes on it again. So I'm here to help you guys avoid all that, but we're not going to cover all of that in this video, just why you shouldn't put it in your child's name. That was a lot. So as you can see, taxes can get out of hand real quick. So let's just keep it with the house. So let's say you put the house in your child's name to avoid probate. All right, you think you did a good thing. Then you die. And then your child tries to go sell said home, and they get slapped in the face with a tax bill that is just ridiculous. And now they don't have the wealth that you thought they would have. And the reason for that is, when you put your house in your child's name, they receive and take on the same cost basis that you have. So if you bought the house and you paid $70,000 for it, but now all of a sudden the house is worth $800,000, they will owe tax on the house as if they also bought it for $70,000. Now, some of you might be thinking, they'd be like, yeah, I mean, that's what you'd owe, but not necessarily. If you just willed the house to your child, their cost basis becomes whatever the house is worth the day you die. So if you died when it was worth $800,000 and then your child received it, it's as if they paid $800,000 for the house. So if they sell it for $800,000, they owe no tax and they get the whole $800,000, and that's of course if the house is paid off. But in minus any, you know, realtor fees or whatever, but they get all the money and they don't owe any taxes. So that's pretty much it, straight to the point. That is why you do not want to put your house in your child's name. Definitely get a will, but still check with your state laws, because, you know, you don't want to be doing these things on your own, because every state is different. Federal, you know, we're all under the same federal laws, but every states can really mess up your accounting when it comes to leaving behind estates and inheritance and things of that nature. So you want to check with a tax professional in your area, in your state, to see what you should really be doing. But wills can be a good thing a good way to pass down assets and avoid some taxation. Again, it depends on the state that you're in. Some states, like the state of Maryland, also have inheritance tax. So in that situation, a will wouldn't necessarily work, and I would recommend a trust then. But again, you need to just sit down with a professional in your state, because I definitely cannot tell you exactly what to do. I can tell you generally you shouldn't put it in a name, but you need to figure out, based on the state that you live in, whether it should be in a will, whether you should do a trust. I like trust personally, but again, I'm not beyond the scope of this video. But trust can actually also get kind of complicated if you don't have anybody with a real common name and you have a whole lot of wealth, and then you need a manager and stuff like that. But anyway, hopefully this video was helpful, and I will see you guys next video.